We're now going to look at the applications runway and look at the various statuses. Although some of these are obviously quite self-explanatory, we'll go through each one. So if we look under the accounts at the applications runway, this would be an example of your runway. We're going to go into that in further detail shortly. But let's have a look at the statuses. So you've got the quite obvious application received, application submitted to acquirer with risk. Don't panic, there may not be a risk. That's just with the underwriters at the acquiring bank. Awaiting customer signature, cancelled and success when it's been approved. Terminal has been dispatched, which will be followed usually by tracking details. The deal is live, that will then go into your deals runway. Dead, if that's been a mistake or you want it cancelled. A draft would appear in your draft runway to the left-hand side top next to add application. Application in scrubbing, that's where our team are going to go through your application with a fine-tooth comb and just make sure that everything is in order prior to that being submitted to the acquiring bank. Sent for funding for any hardware leases that are relevant. Ready for autoboarding, that's where everything has been cleaned and scrubbed and it's ready to go off. Open banking, should that be a selection that you've made. Application unsigned. Now, awaiting signature or further information. So that might not just be awaiting signature from the merchant. It might be that we are, or there are some outstanding pieces of information that haven't been filled in correctly, or maybe they've been missed. Signed, so it's been signed by the prospective merchant, but again, there's some outstanding queries or information that's been omitted or missed. Live mid, awaiting for connection with the merchant panel. In screening, so that is being checked over by the team. A return in progress, where that has been bounced back from the particular acquiring bank, and we're determining what the issue is. Application return in progress, very similar to the status above. Merchant cash advance in review, that's with everything being considered for the business funding. Add location mid, pending first mid approval, so that's where we're adding an extra mid for maybe a separate location for the merchant's business. Declined by the acquirer. There's several instances where this might happen. So let's say this has been declined by one acquirer, and we, or our team rather, can assess this particular application to deem if it would fit with another acquiring bank's appetite. Withdrawn, self-explanatory. Mass board is where there are quite a number of applications coming in. MCA funded, so that's your merchant cash advance, has been approved and funded. Recap MCA in progress, so therefore the pre-approved merchant cash advances that appear on the left-hand side of your menu under the MCAs. EPOS integration, self-explanatory. Same as this, high risk pre-submission to acquirer. ULEND defaulted MCA written off, so that is a cancelled MCA application. No need to bother about the test applications internal, that speaks for itself. Draft app cancelled as well, speaks for itself. Dead draft, very, very similar. Change of legal entity in progress, so your merchant has approached you. Maybe there's a new buyer or they're changing their company formation, so that's a change of legal entity. And then Genie, we're awaiting the magic carpet and for that Genie application to fly off successfully.